Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Cat by Nagendra. So in this video, we are going to continue with dress up features. So in before tutorials, we have completed up to here draft angle. Now let's go here with shell option. So what is meant by shell means, by using this shell, we are able to remove material with equal thickness in all directions at a time from a solid. It means, let's say for example, we are having one sketch on this front plane. Now let me create one rectangle here, exit workbench. I'll make this pad by using mirror extend. Just I'll give some width for this like this, and let's say okay. Now we are having one solid here. From this solid I want to remove material with equal thickness in all directions at a time from either this face or this face. So just I'll click on here shell. We need to select here from which face we need to remove material. Let's say for example I'll select this face and this face. I am giving here thickness of 10, and if I say OK here, as you can see, whatever the faces I have selected, from that faces we are able to remove material by leaving only 10 mm thickness in all directions at a time. So here also material will be thickness 10 mm, here also material thickness will be 10, again here also it will be 10, here also it will be 10. So by using this shell option, we are able to remove material with equal thickness in all directions at a time from a solid body. So here simple example I have taken with cube. Now let's say for example we are having some complex shapes. Just let me go for sketch here. Let's say for example I am having this shape like this, and to make a closed profile, let me create here line like this from this to this up to here. Just try to this, I'll keep it. Then I'll close this exit workbench. I'll make this pad by using mirror extend. Just I will drag for some thickness. Now with the same shape here from the top face, if you want to remove material with equal thickness in all directions, it is not possible to create sketch again and to remove material. So in that conditions, directly you can go here with shell, and if I select this face, I need for example 15 mm thickness, and if I say OK, as you can see, by leaving 15 mm thickness in all sides at a time, entire material will be removed properly here. If I make cut section here with reference to this front plane, so at bottom also we will be having only 15 mm thickness like this. So in this way we are able to use this shell option. Then next to that we are having here thickness. So by using this thickness we are able to increase the width of the material. It means, let's say for example, here already we know we are having only thickness of 15 mm. I need to increase the material for this particular face in this direction. So directly we can go for thickness. We can add thickness by using distance. Then how much we want, we are able to give the dimension here. Let's say for example 10 mm, and if I say OK here, extra 10 mm material will be added this side. That is thickness. Then next option we are having here thread or tab. So usually we need to know what is meant by thread and what is meant by tab. So thread is nothing but creating thread profile on outer surface of a cylinder, we call it as threading, and creating internal thread for a hole we call it as tapping. It means while creating this whole option, already we have seen this thread definition. So this thread definition is nothing but we are creating here internal threads for a hole, so that we consider as tap. Now let's say for example we are having one shaft here. For that let me go for sketch on front plane. Just I'll create one rectangle here like this. Dimension for this I'll specify radius of 15. Then length I'll give here of some 100. Exit workbench. So just I need to add material with rotation here. I'll go here with shaft with reference to the central axis. Just I'll say OK. Now we need to create thread shape on this outer face. So in that condition we can use here thread or tab option. Just click on thread. Again we are able to select either you want to create thread or you want to create tab. So already we know that tab is nothing but creating internal threads. Thread is creating nothing but creating thread profile and outer surface. Now we need to create on this outer surface. We'll go with thread. Then it is asking to select lateral face. So lateral face is nothing but on which face we need to create thread. Now we need to create this thread on this surface. So just I'll select on this cylinder. Then it is asking to select limit face. So limit face is nothing but from where we need to start threading. Now I need to create thread from this top face. I'll click on this. Then already we know here we'll be having two type of standards as we have seen in whole option. So metric thin pitch will be there, metric thick pitch will be there. Metric thin pitch is nothing but here metric thread will be created along with the pitch value. So if you don't want to create pitch value, just we need to create a thread with metric value. Directly we can go here with metric thick pitch. So here we will get direct metric thread without pitch value. In a simple words, if you are having metric thread with pitch value, we need to go for metric thin pitch. And if you are directly having metric thick or metric value, directly we can go for metric thick pitch. So here we won't get any pitch values here. Now let me consider here M30. Then it is asking thread depth. How much depth we want to create thread? Let me give some 60. Just I'll go for preview. As you can see, thread is going to create here. Either you want right hand thread or left hand thread, we can use whatever we want, and let's say okay. So here also one thing you need to notice that by using this threader tab, we are able to create thread on this outer surface, but virtually we are not able to see the thread profile. Same here also, thread option will be shown in drafting. Just I'll enter into drafting here. Again in detail we are going to discuss in future tutorials. Just I'll show how that thread will be created in drafting. Now let me show here properties, and just I'll make it here thread turn on and say okay. As you can see, like this thread will be shown in drafting once you have created thread option in part design. Let me close this drawing. So by using this threader tab, we are able to create external thread on this outer surface, but it won't create virtual thread. Only we are able to see that thread in drafting. I hope you have understood this. Then next we are having here in dresser features. First option we are having remove face. So what is meant by this remove face means, let's say for example, I'll enter into new part, and on this top plane, let me create one face. Just we are having for example one rectangular section. Then I'll make this pad. Then on this top face we are having one more sketch. So in this sketch we are having multiple profiles like this. Let me create some multiple profiles, and all these profiles we are having under a single sketch. So if I make pad, all profiles will get pad. By using mirror extend, I am giving here distance on both the directions at a time like this. Just I'll say okay. As you can see, base we have created. On that base I have created multiple shapes, and I made pad in mirror extend on both sides at a time. Now what I want means, I need to remove material of this block only from this to this. So usually directly if I remove this, entire sketch will be removed and entire solids will be removed. Why? Because all we have created in a single sketch. Now what we want means, with reference to this support, whatever the material we are having upside to this, only this material I need to remove. In that conditions we can go here with remove face. Let me click on remove face. Then it is asking to select faces to remove. Which face we need to remove? I need to remove this face. Then faces to keep. If you want we can select this, or else just I'll say directly okay. I need to remove this face. Let me cancel that. So face to remove is this. Then face to keep, I need to keep all these faces. And if I say okay here, as you can see, only that extra cylinder part material will be removed. Just let me go back. For example, remove face. I need to remove this hexagon face from here to here only. Only this extra part we need to remove. So faces to remove, I'll select this face. Face to keep, I need to keep all these faces. Only this much we need to remove. If I say OK, only that part material will be removed. So like this we can use this remove face. Very in often cases we use, usually we won't use that options. That is about this remove face. Then next option we are having here replace face. So what is meant by this replace face means, let's say for example, again I'll enter into new part. Just here on the top plane I'll go for sketch. Then I'll create one rectangle here. Exit workbench. I'll make this pad at some distance like this. Now, as you can see, downside we have created one rectangular profile. Upside also material will be here with rectangle shape only. And if I keep it here front view, as you can see, we are having here flat face. Now what I want means, I need to replace this flat face with another surface profile by using this replace face. For that, let me go for one more sketch on this front plane. I need to replace that flat face with this curve face like this. Exit workbench. So here we are having one single open curve. Directly we can't do here pad. Why? Because it is a open profile. Now if you want to make this extrude with a surface, we need to enter into here surface design, nothing but shape design. So instead of using again start shape generative shape design, directly if you know the command, you can enter here in command bar. Just I'll come here at lower part. I'll enter here C semicolon. We need here command name extrude. So just I'll enter extrude command. Not only extrude, whatever the command you want, if you know command name, directly you can use here C semicolon and enter the command name. Just say enter. That command will be activated. Now profile is this, direction is this. By using mirror extend, I need to add material like this. Then by using this replace face, I need to replace this flat face with this smooth curvature surface. Here replacing surface is this, face to remove is this. So we need to observe this arrow. So this face we are having on downside direction, arrow mark should be downside. Let's say OK here. As you can see, that entire boss extrude or this pad is attaching to surface. Let me hide this by using mouse right click, hide or show, hide or show. If I keep it here front view, as you can see, flat face is converted into this smooth curvature profile. So in this way, we are able to replace one face with another surface by using this replace face option. So that is all about this dress-up features. I hope you have understood this. So if you have any doubts or queries related to any options regarding this, please let me know in comment box. Thank you so much.